Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. You'll get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And when I'm not asking Bruce, hey, how big was Batista's? Well, you know. One of the things I like to do is help people save money. And if you're watching this video right now and you're in a 30-year loan, man, you're overpaying your single biggest bill and you may not even realize it. I want you to do a little experiment for me. Take your calculator out, multiply your monthly house payment by 360 payments. That's how many payments there are in a 30-year loan. That big scary number, that's your total of payments. You're looking at that number? You know you can do better. Keep more of your own money right now and go to savewithconrad.com. Or maybe you've got credit card debt. Man, it's not a matter of if I can save you money with that. Your average interest rate on a credit card is more than 20%. And by the way, all the interest you pay on those credit cards, it's not tax deductible. Whereas the mortgage interest, well, that is tax deductible. So if you owe this debt, it's up to you how to pay it back. Doesn't it make sense to get the cheapest rate possible and the greatest tax deduction possible? Find out how much money you can save right now for free at savewithconrad.com. You don't need perfect credit. Even scores in the 500s can be approved, and it's no cost out of pocket. But maybe best of all, we're licensed in more than 40 states. We can help more families than ever before. But how much can we save you? Find out right now for free with a quick quote from savewithconrad.com. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson, and you're listening to Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard. Bruce, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm scooting in closer to everything so that I can see up here on the big screen.
Oh, it is the big screen time because today is Christmas Day. And Bruce, you've got a question for everyone.
Why have a Merry Christmas when you can have a No Holds Barred Christmas?
I'm so excited that we get to do this show today. We're going to watch No Holds Barred for the very first time together. We've got notes, we've got your questions, and most of all, we've got it pulled up on Amazon. Bruce and I are both Amazon Prime members, and if you are, you can watch along with us. No, we're not taking a payday from Amazon, but we will gladly take the payday. Send the email to heyadvertising@gmail.com, Mr. Amazon, Mr. Bezos. We'll gladly take some of your loot as well. But man, I'm excited about this. My absolute favorite wrestling movie of all time. And you were there when this movie was filmed, so this should be pretty fun.
Really?
You don't
You're
think-
eating bacon.
Not anymore. But hey, what's Christmas morning without a little breakfast from your wife? Your wife didn't make you breakfast this morning?
No, she's making me a tuna fish sandwich.
It's morning time. What are you doing? It's Christmas morning.
Well, you get what you can get.
Okay. You got to learn how to negotiate a little bit. Oh no, not one of those.
Sassafras bah humbug.
Please not one of those. Go to Amazon.com right now. Type in No Holds Barred. You'll see it right there. You're going to stream along with us, watch along with us. We're going to have some fun today. Bruce, I've got my news. I've got my notes. I'm ready to go. Are you ready?
You didn't send me the notes.
I did send you the notes.
I really need them, Conrad.
You got them 9 days ago, and then I shared them with you again now.
Did I get them from you?
I just shared it with you on Google Drive.
Yeah, I know. It takes a long time to get here on the thing. Wait, what's your name? Conrad.
All right.
Conrad.
I don't have all day. We're going to count it down in 3, 2, 1, play.
Wait a minute, am I starting now?
And you see the open here, RLJ Entertainment. What does that stand for?
I don't know because I'm out there, Conrad.
Jesus, I'll rewind it. We'll do the show when you're ready, Bruce. Just
Okay.
tell us when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Woo!
3, 2, roll.
All right. Wasn't expecting that. Is that
RLJ Entertainment? I had no fucking idea what that
thought
is.
for a minute it was Rob Taylor and this was going to be a big fancy Mizo ad.
Over at rgtaylorlaw.com or well, I don't know.
RG24 Law.
Yeah.
Well, how do we not know that?
I know.
Either way though, here we go, boys and girls. We've got to watch all these different graphics come onto the screen because I guess this thing's been sold more than a Chappelle special. Oh,
I like it.
I like that WWE films or WWE Studios intro though. I don't think I've seen that fancy one.
I know, me too. That's pretty nice.
Here we go. Let's track it.
Wait.
Dare you criticize how I dress? I dress for the occasion, and this is a stupendous occasion, and I'm dressed, of course, stupendously.
Stupendously, I think would have to be the word. Jesse, this one has got to be the hottest ticket in town. This thing has been sold out for weeks.
Now, in the ring, the challenger, Jake Bullet.
Jesse, when a champ comes in, watch this place come unglued.
And his opponent, the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion,
All right, I love this, dude. This is hitting me right in the feels. Everything about this. Tell us when this was filmed or how it was filmed. Do you recall? Is this at a live event and you smarten up the audience, or are you guys doing a casting call? Chat me up.
No, this is actually done at a Superstars taping. So we had everything there and said, "Hey, folks, we're gonna do this thing." And I don't even think that we told them, about the movie and shit. Other than this is Hulk Hogan's first major motion picture. That's how I used to have to tell them back in the day. This is a major motion picture. And introduced everybody, and he's going to be playing Rip. So Rip and his little brother Randy and their coach coming out there. By God, that's old Rip's coach. And you like that white belt there?
I love that white belt. I've been trying to chase that belt and get that belt. Can't find that belt. Wish I knew where that belt was.
I know where it is. There's old Dick Glover. He was a co-executive producer, and there's old Jake Bullet.
Tell everybody who Jake Bullet is.
That's that guy right there.
Come on, Bruce. Help me out here.
Demolition Axe, and Smash. It's Big Bill Eadie, by God.
It's funny because he's got a different look here. I've had that argument with people back in the day, and they'd be like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "Yes, it is." No,
why? Because he doesn't have, folks, he didn't always paint his face 24/7.
Correct.
But he's got a little eyeliner going on here.
Yeah, it's a little different even from when he was his different wrestling personas.
God damn, look at all those empty seats. We'd never shown that back in the day.
See, that's why I wondered, was this a live event? Cause it feels like you would have tried to clean all that up, or was this some sort of Hollywood, whatever?
No, this was a TV taping, and we just did it during that.
I love the angle that we're seeing the action in, sort of that diagonal view. I don't know why that hits for me, but it does.
There's Howard Finkel, by God, sitting ringside.
Referee Joey Morella. And there's Kurt Fuller, our lead heel. Did you ever meet Kurt?
I did. I got to work with Kurt on the premiere of No Holds Barred, by God. And what a great guy. Great sense of humor, but just a great guy. Real easy to work with.
Back in the day, I say that like we're real old here, but back in the day, you and I had the idea. I think I pitched it in maybe summer of 2018. Hey, next year's the 30-year anniversary of No Holds Barred. We should do like a little event near Hulk's house, maybe a big comedy club or something like that. And, try to celebrate the movie and do like a panel and watch along and the whole deal. And I reached out to Kurt Fuller to try to see if he might be interested. He could not have shot that shit down any faster.
Why? Really?
Yeah.
Did he give a reason?
Just LOL. No, thanks. I'm done with wrestling forever or something like that. I was like, okay, I guess this is not exactly a highlight of his career. It's a highlight of our wrestling fandom if you're my age and listening to this, but maybe not so much if you're Kurt Fuller.
Well, you know what? I mean, at the time, yeah, this was a major thing, and this was pretty damn cool to be a part of. So fuck it. I thought it was great. And for me, this was the first time that I was ever involved in a major motion picture. So yeah, that was pretty fucking big deal to me.
I love, I don't know how the contrast of a Jesse Ventura and a Mean Gene, just their look and presentation, it hit for me. I want to remind everybody what we're watching came out on June 2nd, 1989. WWE released this through the Shane Distribution Company. Well, at least that's who had the copyright, but it was actually released by New Line Cinema. Did you ever work any with New Line?
I didn't do much with the studio at all. I can't remember actually doing anything with them. So it was that was all the Dick Glovers and the Vince McMahons of the world.
Again, to promote the movie, you know the deal. Mr. Lister's brought in to the company as Zeus. And I guess the storyline in the WWE side of things is he's angry about losing in the movie and said he could beat Hulk Hogan in real life. Of course, the trouble is he's not actually a trained wrestler. And we set up some pretty monumental events that I fell in love with. Of course, SummerSlam, and then the match, the movie. There's lots of speculation that maybe they were even going to headline WrestleMania 6. Now, but once you guys saw what you had, as far as actually working with him, that was probably quickly ruled out. But before the movie comes out, do you think it was ever even an idea? Hey, what if this thing catches fire and it does really well, we could pay it off at WrestleMania? Cause that seems plausible.
Yeah, it seems plausible until, that goddamn bell rings.
Right.
Actually see what you have. It was a little bit fish out of water for Tiny to be, in a wrestling ring and trying to do what we do, where he doesn't have the movie angles and all the special effects that you can do in a movie itself.
I like that in character here, Braille, Kurt Fuller's character, has just taken over this network months ago, not years ago, but he's already got this big swank corner office and he's already got a bust of himself. It makes me wonder, Bruce, how much longer will it be until you have a bust of yourself in the office behind you?
What makes you think I don't?
Show it to me.
I'm not going to.
I'm showing you my bust. Why don't you show me yours?
All right, here. What do you think?
Well, it's a little more bulbous than I expected.
Oh, it's very bulbous. And this bitch over here talking about a writer to work up a high concept sitcom. That's what she thinks is going to be able to get him number one. I'd fire this bitch.
How about he's about to throw this crystal in just a minute. I don't know why he's walking around carrying it. I just found out recently.
Throw it, damn it! You gotta toss shit before it means something.
I see.
And have you never tossed a crystal before?
Only after a lot of drinking.
Oh, okay. What about you, Ordway? What do you got?
How similar is this scene to a writer's meeting with you walking around? What about you, Ordway? What do you got? Well, I think Otis should, boy, you jackass.
I'm going to tell you what right now, next meeting I go to, I'm going to have a crystal in my hand. And a poster of Rip. But, people, you people, y'all make fun of this shit. This is a major goddamn motion picture.
It is a major motion picture.
And he wants to buy Rip.
Wants to buy him.
You know why?
Because every man's got a price.
That's right.
Every man's going to pay.
Dude, I like this office. I'm thinking about, I may have like my office redesigned to be like this.
Dude, if it was just like that, when I finally get invited to your humble abode and I get to come check it out, I hope it looks just like this.
Yeah. I want like the big desk and the shit coming out from each end of it. And that's a young Kurt Fuller too.
How about Hogan here? Listen, I know this sounds silly and you're going to laugh out loud when I ask it, but he really dressed like this in real life, did he not?
100%. All the time.
It makes you wonder, like, where do you even get clothes like that? Does he just have everything custom made?
All custom, baby. See, this isn't like Ric Flair custom. This is real custom from head to toe.
Spandex R Us.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he looks like
wait, he's in a different office now.
Maybe that was the conference room off of his office, like Vince has.
Well, yeah, well, there's a lot of different rooms. Now I'm just thoroughly confused. I do like to see the puppet in the background.
Yeah.
There's puppets and they're puppeteers.
Do you happen to know what building they're in or where this was shot?
It was shot in Atlanta,
I knew that part.
but but you asked me the goddamn question.
I mean, I know the city, I know the state, but I'm asking, you know,
I have absolutely no clue at all. I didn't get to go to one single day of filming on this movie. Very sad.
Supposedly Vince put up like $20 million of his own money. Was that the number you heard?
I think it was closer to 10.
Allegedly he paid Hogan $1 million to star. Did you hear that?
That's what I heard.
I think they hired Dennis Hacken, who worked with Clint Eastwood on Bronco Billy, to help write the script, but ultimately Hulk and Vince weren't happy with what he turned in. So as the story goes, because they're professionals and rational men, they locked themselves in a hotel room for 3 days to give it extensive polish, and they seemed to fly through it at least until the finale. Hogan wrote, "No matter how hard we worked on it, we just couldn't get it right. So I told Vince, the hell with it. I've got to go to the can. I was so tired that as soon as my ass hit the seat, my eyes closed and I started daydreaming. And in my daydream, the whole fight scene was playing itself out. And you know what? It was great." So that goes to tell you, if you're having a bad idea, go take a shit. It might come to you.
Yeah. Well, it does. God damn it. Have you not ever taken a shit, closed your eyes, and had just everything come to you?
Oh gosh, here we go. Here comes the famous scene. We got to track this.
Oh my God. I won't be around when this check clears.
I need, whenever you leave a meeting next time,
Give the rip 'em sign.
I want you to turn back, throw the sign,
That's rip 'em, man.
I know, but I'm just saying,
Conrad, how many times have I left your office right before I walked out the door? I turned around and went, "Arr!"
almost every time, but I need you to start doing it around the office too.
Okay. I'll do it. Hey, wait a minute. This little suspect, because that's not the same limo driver that fucking took Hulk there.
No, it's not. It's a different one. And look,
Son of a bitch.
they got him locked in, man. They're stainless steel, but Hulk's going to start punching the car. And of course, when you punch the car, I've got to swerve, bro.
Okay. Well, what? You're trying to tell me that your car don't swerve if somebody punches it?
I'm telling you, if Hulk Hogan punched the car in the back seat of my car, it would not cause my car to swerve, and his boot wouldn't dent through like that. But whatever, it's movie magic. And as a kid, I ate this shit up.
Well, goddamn. I do kind of love that he's like just kicking the side of shit and that this is causing him to run through trash cans.
Oh, he's hitting the door.
And the pyro going off in the background.
I can't steer. He's hitting the door.
Yeah.
How can you possibly steer when someone's hitting the door?
You can't. And especially like kind of the covering. Oh, he just went right through that goddamn outhouse. But the fact that Hulkster's wearing coverings over his cowboy boots there, it's kind of like the precursor to the kick pads of today that the kids are doing today.
Oh, here we go.
Did it first, no holds barred.
Here comes the scene. I love this when Hulk makes his big entrance.
What's going on?
Who's that jumping out the sky? R-E-Y Mysterio. Here we go. That's where y'all got that entrance. I don't care what you say.
That's fucked up, man. Hulk Hogan just did it right there.
No, I'm saying he was the inspiration. And then when you brought Ray in, you said, what if we made him jump out of the, stage, like, Hulk Hogan and, Rip or whatever.
But look, he's got fucking them goddamn kick pad shit on over his cowboy boots.
I just realized this, but the limo driver looks a little bit like Richard Belzer.
It is Richard Belzer.
That's hilarious to me.
And you get a scene in our next major motion picture.
It's so fun to me. Oh, so pay the motherfucker. Fast forward. What if? Remember that goof that you choked out and made bleed from the back of the head? Fuck him. What if we made him shit his pants in our movie?
Oh, like you ain't ever shit your pants either.
Oh, everybody shits their pants. Hell, you shit your pants just last week, right?
So?
I don't know why this scene tickles me so much, but it does. Everything about it is so 80s movies. Everybody's like his leg is just stuck there. Goddamn rigor mortis is set in.
Well, yeah, because Rip just fucking ripped you.
Gotta track this. Come on.
What's that smell?
By the way, when I was potty training my kid, we had that Dookie conversation a lot.
You had a Dookie conversation.
Well, whenever I thought maybe she wasn't doing what she needed to be doing, maybe she had made an accident after we had learned and talked about it, I'd get right down there by her and I'd grab her by her little shirt. Oh, what's that smell? And I taught her,
say, Dookie.
No, she knew how to say it. Dookie. I'll do better, Dad.
Did it go all the way up her back like it went on that guy?
No.
Oh.
No.
Well, that's no fun.
No.
And Joan Severance. God, is she even still alive today? She was hot back then. I think Hulk likes her. He just bit his lip.
I found in my research that Hulk had a hard time not hurting his co-stars in the movie. Kurt Fuller, who's playing the Ted Turner stand-in Braille here, told the AV Club, quote, "There was a scene where Hulk was supposed to shove a check down my throat, but nobody told him that on the movies you fake it. In wrestling, they really do a lot of the stuff, but he shoved a check down my throat and I couldn't stop him. I literally thought I was going to die." And there was another time where Hogan accidentally broke Zeus's nose, but on another occasion, he cut his hand open on the glass shards from the broken mirrors. So a little bit of, injuries going around the set here. The injury bug, if you will.
Well, that's because you got to bring the realism of the wrestling into the movies.
Sure.
You can't be doing all that movie bullshit.
Did you ever hear that Meryl Streep was originally going to be playing Samantha here? We just saw Joan, but originally Meryl Streep was discussed or offered, but wound up having some creative disputes.
I have never heard that in my life, Conrad.
Me either. It sounds make believe, but you know how wrestling is: rumor and innuendo.
And lies.
Okay, well, there's that.
Uh-huh. This is a nice restaurant. I hope Hulk is dressed in his fucking Rip gear.
Damn it, he's wearing a suit. I love when the guy's a dickhead. Here we go. Let's try it.
Thank you. I didn't know if you'd like a place like this. I hope there's something on the menu that you like.
Madame, Monsieur, may I recite the specialty du jour?
Mais oui, bien sûr.
Le cannelle aux champignons.
Why the fuck's this busboy interrupting the goddamn special?
Les quiches aux escargots. Les légumes patronales sont asparagus en sauce hollandaise ou petit pois en beurre. Personnellement, madame, I recommend the quiche. That's cheese pie with snails to you.
No, I don't think that he
No, moi non plus. But I'm afraid that Monsieur is looking for le hamburger américain or le foot-long hot dog. You will not find them
The hamburger.
on our menu.
Foot long hot dog.
Rip, why don't you try the beef bourguignon? It's like stew.
Mademoiselle, Monsieur Le Rip. Antoine, you naughty boy. You should have said our friend is here.
Monsieur Le who?
Antoine is new. You must forgive him. Monsieur Le Rip, the usual.
Oui, bien sûr. J'ai faim.
That's a Vince McMahon move right there, is it not?
What's that? Kissing his lips?
Oh man, now we're gonna start cooking with gas. Battle of the Tough Guys. Here we come. Man, this bar scene here. This is so 80s. I love everything about it.
Absolutely. Big Joe LeDuc. And this was during the time that, Hulk really wanted to bring LeDuc in and call him the Butcher. And it was, that he would come in and he would just, all he did in his matches was headbutt people. And it went over like a really stinky fart in church. Absolutely fucking horrific. And, Joe was not the biggest guy in the world. Joe's only about like 5'6". Everybody thought he was much bigger. But yeah, he just was. And that's exactly what he dressed in when he came in. And he made, I don't know, maybe 2, maybe 3 shows before finally it was not going to happen. And here, of course, he's working with Sonny Beach, who was a perennial enhancement talent back in the day.
Yeah. Sonny Beach was a part of the UWF too, right?
He was. Same. The gay bars across the street. Is this basically what every Hollywood executive kind of envisioned the wrestling business being?
Yes, but isn't this how we envision every Hollywood executive too?
So,
Just saying.
that's beside the point. We're right.
Why are you asking? Oh, here comes Stan Hansen. How about Stan in the background? Got to track this a little bit.
That ain't gonna happen here. So what?
I can see why. Just 3 beers, okay?
Sure.
Ordway. Unger.
Oh, okay. Settle this for me. People online seem to think that the little person in the cage there, that's Peter Dinklage. That's not him.
No, it's not.
I mean, I don't understand why people would even, come on. But we actually got questions.
He's a little feller. That's Hornswoggle's dad.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, fuck that little subbitch calling me at 11:30 at night to ask me a question the other night.
Dude, I missed it too. I woke up to a call from him the next day, or a missed call. It was late too. I'm with you. It was like midnight.
It was late. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm talking about. So,
I hope he has himself a merry little Christmas.
Have himself a merry little Christmas. Stan was such a handsome man.
Dude, Stan's like the coolest motherfucker ever.
Yes, he is, but he was a handsome son of a bitch. I like when this part here. I like when they go to the bathroom, though. It's the best scene in the whole damn movie.
Oh, it is. It's one of the more legendary ones for sure.
What in the fuck? And then the hair. This is pretty goddamn much 80s. Between the chick with the fucking bleach blonde, curly headed wig and the high hair, and holy cow. Have you ever been to a bar like this, Conrad?
I have. They're all over Alabama.
Damn. Where the butcher just, he like beats everybody. Yeah, that's not Pete.
You know Pete?
Oh yeah, me and Pete go way back.
Well, tell me about Pete.
Spent a little time back in.
Fuck off.
What?
Spend a little time.
Hell, that ain't right. Goddamn. Stan's gonna go in and fuck that man up for $100. Show him your teeth, Bubba. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna put it right down here in my dick.
I can't believe you didn't get to go to any of these scenes. This feels like this would have been your deal to at least check it out one day.
Oh hell, I should have produced this. I mean, goddamn. You know, this is one of those where Hulkster got, all of his buddies and shit to be able to come on in and be a part of the movie and be a part of a major motion picture. That's what they tell you. That's in the Wonders, that movie. That thing you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a part of a major motion picture. Yeah, Captain Geach and the Strip Shack Shooters.
I don't even know what you're saying right now. Are you saying English words?
People know. People know. They love it. These people love this shit fucking going on here, by God. And there's the Stone Cold Smoking Skull in the background of
Oh dude, I swear I saw that and I thought, boy, I wonder if that's the actual one that Steve has in his garage.
Well, I don't think it's the actual one, but
could be. You don't know.
At least.
You don't know, motherfucker.
I know. You don't know.
All right, here we go. I think we're getting a big
this
scene.
You got to turn up.
Here we go.
Good.
Don't step on it. Where's the best? Ask somebody. Ask somebody.
Excuse me, pal, but where do I go to bleed the old lizard?
In your pants, wimp.
Ah, bleed the old lizard? Well, it sounded good.
You got to admit, you've been scared, man.
God, they're everywhere. Please. Hey, watch where you going.
BD room.
Don't
So these
touch
two guys
anything.
who's going in here.
You don't have to worry.
It's kind of like that time that you took me to go get pizza at that place.
Yep.
Yep. Same bathroom. I think this was shot in Alabama. No, this bathroom was much nicer.
God. Do you have to go?
I forgot to go before.
Yep, same dog was there in Alabama that time that I had to go pee. You told me to go back there.
What are you looking at?
My God, I can't believe Burl's serious.
These are the stupidest, crudest, most subhuman beings I have ever encountered.
And those waitresses, they ought to be in body bags, not wet t-shirts.
Would these idiots even know the difference?
Great color, Brill says. Yeah, if you like slime green.
How about pus yellow? What the hell was that?
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Who you calling idiot, you maggot?
Certainly not you, sir.
We meant the other idiots.
Yeah.
I mean, the gentleman.
No, don't, please.
What do we got here? A teeny wank. And here's another. It ain't even worth it.
It's funny that you guys had a relationship here with Hanson, at least enough to get him involved with the movie, but he doesn't come into the company. Do you know if that was ever even discussed?
It was, and Stan was really comfortable with his Japan gig at the time and wasn't interested in working full time. But I got to tell you, for that scene and this movie, it was absolutely perfect. In that particular scene, there's Duke Doherty, that's the Duke of Dorchester. It's back there. I have no idea who the guy is here eating all these peanuts. But had some fucking talent back in the day. Who's this big son of a bitch? I don't know who that guy is either with the truck. But, you know, Stan was good. But that one scene in there, the Taney Wanger, and it ain't even worth it. You have no idea how many times that has been repeated. Different times when shit's going crazy and Vince will look at me and go, it ain't even worth it.
Really? That's his line?
Yes. Yep. But it's his line, but it's probably, you know, and we go back to that one thing. It's like, Taney Wangers. It ain't even worth it. That's right. Now, this kind of reminds me of doing Shotgun Saturday Night in San Antonio at Denims and Diamonds. There's old Brock Chisler, Bulldog McPherson. Yeah, I have no fucking idea who that is. He ain't even hitting his head for real there, Conrad. That's bullshit. Now, there's Duke of Dorchester right there, my fucking colleague, tag team partner on Color. That wasn't a face made for fucking goddamn movies. I love that he just keeps taking shit out of his bag and throwing it back in.
Let's talk about promoting the movie. To promote this movie, Vince went on Late Night with David Letterman. It's the most awkward interview with him ever imaginable. Vince doesn't seem comfortable. Letterman's taking digs at him. And he even asks something like, who comes up with this stuff? We should mention at the time, Letterman's not on CBS. It's late night. So he is after the Tonight Show on NBC, which is obviously in business with Vince McMahon as well. Do you remember this, less than ideal Letterman appearance?
Yeah, I think it started off with, oh, hey Vince, I guess you got some weights for Christmas. And Vince looking at Letterman and going, yeah, I guess you didn't.
Yeah. Great line.
And it just kind of went downhill from there. But yeah, you know, anytime, and Letterman was not particularly fond of wrestlers. He was a big fan of Bobby Heenan's and Dick the Bruiser because he came from Indianapolis. But overall, you know, for the most part, Letterman really, you know, looked down on the business and looked down on wrestlers and wrestling in general. Didn't want to have him on there, but yet, you go back to that New Year's special, and Vince was one of the correspondents for, you know, who was going to be the late night New Year's baby. And Vince was at one of the hospitals giving the report and shit, and it all worked. But now here he is, folks.
Oh yeah, we got to track it.
Excuse me.
Oh God, there's a monster.
I love this entrance of Zeus. Did you get to see a screener of this, or did you wait and see it in the theater?
Yeah, I saw the first screener. I saw the director's cut and different shit beforehand. And it was, it was a lot of fun.
When you guys hear, or when you find out that they cast, you know, Mr. Lister here, RIP, did you know right away the plan was going to be, we're going to turn this into a match, or was it just, we'll see how it goes? Or once they actually see him, they're like, oh, well, now that we've seen him, there's money here.
You know, it was more along the lines of, you know, kind of what ifs and shit. Like, holy shit, that big bastard. Could you imagine him in the ring? Could you imagine him doing something? And as you got closer to it, it was like, well, fuck yeah, man. It was this big, impressive looking son of a bitch is got a crazy white, why not? And next thing you know, here he was. Here was Zeus. And it was actually a reality. But, he was billed as this football player and all this other shit. And acting in a lot of respects was secondary as far as we were told and or concerned. This guy was an athlete first and a good one. So why not? Why the fuck couldn't he have made it and done something there?
I said something a minute ago that you just let fly by. I thought you'd have a reaction to for sure. Do you think that the Brill character here is, loosely based on Ted Turner? It's in Atlanta. The guy owns a TV station, WTN. You could say, oh, it rhymes with CNN, whatever. Do you think this is loosely based on Ted Turner? I mean, they had a relationship.
I think a lot of the characteristics and traits are without a doubt Ted Turner. And you look at, the Turner philosophy of, buying everything and just go out and buy it. So yes, I think that Turner, a lot of those characteristics are definitely in Brill.
And it's in Atlanta. It's fascinating. All the little, and I know that some of that's probably just,
yeah, but I don't think we ever said it was in Atlanta.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying he's in Atlanta. He has a media network. He's wanting to buy stuff. And they have history. Vince and Turner did some business back when he bought the spot in '84 on TV, and then ultimately sold it to the Crockett's and helped fund WrestleMania. And of course, in '88, Turner throws his hat in the ring and is going to buy out Jim Crockett and now be Vince's competition. I just don't think a lot of our listeners have probably ever made the correlation.
Yeah. Okay. It makes sense. And without a doubt, I think that the kind of persona that Ted Turner put out is without a doubt the persona that Brill puts out as well. And same thing here. So I like the fact that, he ripped out some of Stanson's hair, just ripped right out his scalp, Conrad.
Hey, I do want to mention, we've talked a lot, you have at least in a joking way, about, Mr. Lister's eye. He was actually born with a detached retina. He's 6'5". Hulk Hogan in real life is 6'7". So they actually put him in some Zeus shoes, which are going to be these boots to give him some lifts and make him look as tall or taller, than Hulk. And it's a pretty famous story here. Lister really wants the role. He's been in a few films and TV before, but he's discovered here by Walter Hill, and he thinks this is going to be a breakout opportunity. So before he goes in for the audition, he's doing push-ups to get himself a bit of a pump going, lathers himself up in baby oil, gets all glistening and intense. And well, they knew right away this was the guy.
Yeah, he was definitely the guy. Had a look and had a presence that, it popped off the screen, and it really did. And coming out of this, it was, you look at the stars that were made, and Tiny was made in this.
I found in my research that in his sparring, Hogan and Lister would use the phrase James Brown as like a safe word. Hey, ease up. You're choking me too tight or whatever. That's too snug or that's too stiff. Their little way to communicate with each other. Hey, easy up, brother. Brother me softly, if you will. The word was James Brown. And so there were times when they're in their tussle and one would say to the other, free James Brown. Well, in that last scene where Hogan accidentally breaks Zeus's nose, apparently he looks up at Hogan with a bloody nose and says, what about James Brown? Which I think is hilarious.
I like it. Is that big old Jeep Swenson? Yeah, this is nice shit. This is where Zeus's whole appearance evolves. And Jeep Swenson, who also played Bane in Batman.
And was in WCW very briefly.
Was he? I know he was in Dallas. Bane was a Gary Hart guy. I mean, Jeep was a Gary Hart guy, that big bastard there in Dallas, Texas, that was going to be the next big thing everybody thought.
Hogan brought him to WCW when they did that uncensored match where it was like a triple cage and it was like 100 heels against Hogan and Savage.
Ah, okay. Now that cameraman that you just saw there, that was Craig Leathers, who was Craig worked for us from Video One in Baltimore, and then Craig later on went to WCW. But the guy that was doing the handheld camera shot that we took the one shot of, that was Craig, and he lived there in Atlanta, so he got himself a nice little gig. You'll see cameos in here of Steve Taylor, who was the still photographer for WWE, and
tell us when we see Steve Taylor. Yeah, I'll keep pointing those out. That's good stuff.
Well, that's what I was doing. God damn it!
I'm sorry. I'm just putting you over. My bad.
Well, why start today?
I've been putting you over since 2016.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Name a day.
All of them.
No.
Well, how about in August of 2016, where I put you over on the first Something to Wrestle? And here we are.
That was all me. I wanted to do this show. I came to you with the idea.
You did.
And I said, Connie, that's what we're going to do.
You ever think about how much has changed in those 4 years? It's really unbelievable, isn't it?
You know, pretty much seems like same old, no?
I mean, it's the same for me.
No, it's not.
No, you said it was same old.
Yeah, okay. Being sarcastical.
Yeah. Robert Swinson, Jeep Swinson here. He was Lugrange Perkins, and he gone. Unfortunately, we lost him when he was just 40 years old. He died of heart failure at UCLA Medical Center, August of 1997.
So sad. Just, too fucking young and just so fucking sad. And you go back, see, folks, kids, as you're watching this movie, that there's called a car phone. And that was a phone that was actually wired into the car. It was a cellular device, but people didn't always carry around, like cell phones and shit. It was right about this time that we had those big case cell phone things that we took around with us.
The bricks.
Yes, the bricks, as they say, but then with the charger and all that other shit in them, it was
bag phones and bricks and
you know. But what kind of chicken shit plane is this that goddamn Rip would be going in? This is not a Rip plane.
I love that you see that he's flying private, and it's not nice enough for you because you're so spoiled. You're such a fucking snob now. You got that Vincent Kennedy McMahon money.
She's carrying her own goddamn bags. They got people to do that, Connie.
Me and Ripper go way back. It's about to be a fucking fun scene here. It's so 80s too.
Well, that gotta be 80s.
It just is. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, he's got his baby blues on now. And she's got to like clean the silverware too.
I know we've debated this a lot, but I do want to bring it up again. Why do we deviate? Why do we have Rip Thomas? Why don't we just let him be Hulk Hogan? Why does he have to be blue and white? Why can't he be yellow and red? I mean, he's got different catchphrases, looks, finishers. I know it's a movie, but why not?
Well, because the movie's not about goddamn Hulk Hogan. It's about Rip Thomas, damn it. He's a fictional character. I like just adding extra syllables and shit to Michael Hayes up my word.
You do a good job.
Yeah. He's now throwing banana puddings pies at him. Because that's what I would do, a guy fucking with a gun coming at me. I'd throw a banana pie in his face.
Let's talk about the way the movie was received. Meltzer would write, there isn't much as far as pro wrestling news this week, but the biggest story related to pro wrestling has been the release, or as some would put it, the escape of Vince McMahon's first major film endeavor, No Holds Barred. The movie opened this past Friday to generally awful reviews, which was most expected. As for business, based on the preliminary reports we have thus far, it is mixed. Really, it's too early to say how it did, only that it did well in its opening 3 nights in some places and poorly in others. We have some legitimate national figures before this issue goes out. If not, certainly next week. We did get early reports that the movie was a bomb, but later figures indicate it might do just fine. Of course, Titan is claiming the movie is a big success and was only second to Indiana Jones on Friday night, although the reports we got were that Friday's opening was disappointing, but business picked up to a satisfying level on Saturday and held steady on Sunday. One can argue, even if the movie doesn't make money, whatever losses won't threaten the solvency of the WWF in any way. And in the long run, it will have been worth it because Zeus will be a big pay-per-view draw at SummerSlam. One can also argue that it could have introduced Zeus in the same manner without making a movie and gotten over just as well or as poorly, depending on how well the public buys him. But I'm guessing as a wrestling angle, this Zeus thing will be box office. And of course, when the report comes out, it was number 2. It made $4.9 million across 1,300 screens. And I think the budget, when I looked it up, was officially $8 million, and it grossed 16 million total. So it was a success. No matter what anybody says, it's profitable right away.
Well, goddamn right. Cause it was fucking old Ripper and shit. This is, you know, what's funny to me about this is I've actually been in rooms with Hulkster where he's gotten very creative with the old athletic tape and different things. And you got to learn how to be creative.
Well, what did he do with the athletic tape that tickled you? Tell us.
Well, I can't, but it just, I mean, just different ways to tape up,
stuff.
Yeah. What the fucking thing you wear on your head?
Shower cap.
The shower cap on the old smoke detectors and shit like that in different ways.
Okay, there we go.
You know, it just, so that just tickled me there, kind of watching that, because I'm like going, yeah, this son of a bitch can't get creative with his athletic tape from time to time. It's just you take what you have and you make it work. And bitch don't want to fucking do her thing, then by God, we'll put some tape up and we'll divvy this shit up.
You know, what's funny is I feel like, a lot of people have a different understanding of who Hulk Hogan is, but I've been lucky enough to be friends with some folks who are really good friends of his. And they pretty much just describe him as a hippie beach bum.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Just wants to hang out, drink some beer, smoke a little bit, look at the ocean, chill out.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all. And old Joan Severance liked his butt just then.
Well, she's about to get more than she bargained for here. We're going to have to track this. This is going to be quite the scene. As a kid, I didn't really know what the hell to think of this.
I don't.
Don't what?
Go out.
Come on. Don't tell me.
Oh, don't tell me. A beautiful girl like you doesn't have them lined up a mile long.
Well?
Well, I'm really too busy to date.
Oh,
must get lonely.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Don't patronize me. Good night, Rip.
Good night, Sam.
You didn't know what to think here, did you?
No.
She's a peeker.
Don't wait up for me.
I like it that it's push-ups too. I get that reference now.
Well, and what reference would that be?
Fornications.
Well, that's just not true. Now he's good. Now he's all sweaty. And now he's going to go to bed all sweaty. But she likes the bouncing.
Oh, she does.
Does she?
I don't know. I mean, you said she did.
Well, it looked like she did. She had a pleasurable look on her face, her facial area.
Meltzer would say, as far as the costs go, while Titan is claiming publicly that the movie is either a 10 or $20 million movie, depending on how much Vince wants his nose to grow during each interview, I'm told the movie legitimately cost $1.5 million to produce. The money was then made back when Titan sold the video rights to RCA for $1.5 million. It was publicly announced as 2.5, but the real number is 1.5. And many are saying the latter deal wasn't a good one because the movie was expected to do better business in the video market than it was in the theater market. Titan's other costs for the movie included duplication of at least 1,400 prints, or at least 2.25 million. Titan also paid for heavy television advertising, mainly on Nickelodeon and MTV, and all the publicity costs of sending Hogan everywhere the last few weeks to drum up press, which they did an excellent job of. I can't even begin to ascertain how much this figure would be. But the idea is, I think maybe Dave is misunderstanding. He thinks the production costs were 10 or 20 million. But when you factor in all this other stuff, I could see how it could be the legitimate 8 million that was reported, or even 10 million for that fact.
Yeah, I'm sure that just goes to his expertise and all of his experience in producing and releasing movies.
Meltzer says, by the way, the fight scene involving Hogan and Zeus in the movie has been called by many reviews, including on Good Morning America, the worst fight scene in the history of movies. Can you imagine with all the retakes and editing, if it was that bad? Actually imagine how bad their matches will be, but it'll do business. I don't think it's the worst fight scene in a movie ever.
I think it's one of the greatest ever, by God.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. You don't know me.
You know what's funny? Your man, Donnie Lalonde, Lalonde, he's actually in this movie somewhere. I didn't know.
Where'd he be?
I don't know, but Meltzer said it. It's got to be true.
You're just poking the bear on Christmas Day. Here I am in a ho-ho holly jolly Christmas, and you're just poking the bear.
I'm looking forward to that too, actually.
Poking the bear?
It's fun. I like poking the bear. I usually do it before bed every night.
Oh, okay.
During an episode,
that's kind of like pulling the hair.
I do that too.
Okay.
The final gross for the movie was just over 16 million, $16,093,651. Hulk even confirmed the $8 million number in his book, that it was an $8 million budget. I want to mention during Raw in 97, Vince is on commentary and he's making a joke about the movie. He says something like, Hogan promised me if the movie lost money, he was going to return his salary. I guess the check's still in the mail. Of course, it didn't actually lose money, but it is funny.
Well, I think in the end, it probably did. We're still waiting for that check in the mail.
This comes up, by the way. I love you said we.
Yeah. Yeah, goddamn it. You owe me too, motherfucker.
Oh, when you gonna send us our goddamn money? We're tired of your games, motherfucker. It's been 30 years.
Bullshit.
Meltzer, not Meltzer, Jim Ross can't help himself. He's having some fun back in the Monday Night War era. Of course, TNT.
That thing watching Hulkster's wearing in this, that big Swatch watch.
He never wore a watch like that for real.
For real, yeah, he did.
Here we go. Let's track this.
And the killer is here to be interviewed.
I know you out there. And I'm waiting for you. This is a challenge.
Hey, did you know Buff Bagwell's in this movie?
Is that him wrestling?
That's a Lamborghini truck right there, by the way. They have them pretty commonly now, the Urus or Urus, depending on who you believe. But, yeah, that's an old school Lamborghini truck. Yeah. One of these kids in the background, Let's take a look. You'll see a very young Buff Bagwell. Oh, there he is. Right over.
There he is.
He's on the
His hand
right.
on his eyes.
Okay. So I got the helicopter coming over the top. There's Buff chewing gum over Hogan's shoulder.
Damn.
How crazy is it? Buff Bagwell's here.
That'd be a little cray-cray.
But I guess, he's a big wrestling fan. This is filmed in Atlanta. They probably did a little cattle call for extras. Here he is.
Well, and in this scene, this is where Hulk's eyes got all fucked up.
In real
because
life?
of the helicopter shooting the shit off into his eyes and everything and all the dirt.
You're being serious?
100%. Yeah,
What?
his eyes got fucked up in this. Because the dirt and all that shit, it was just kicking up from the whirly bird on the copter going off and shit and got in his eyes and kind of fucked him up.
The whirly bird on the shit and the copter and.
Hey, they know what I be saying and shit.
No, yeah, you hit whirly bird like it was Dusty Rhodes. It's good stuff.
No, baby, that'd be like the whirly bird going round and round and round all over the place and shit. Crowded murmuring. And I like how Zeus still walks slow with each and every set. See, now there's Steve Taylor, the photographer there with the white shirt on.
Okay.
The edge of your screen there.
Well, let's see if we can play Where's Waldo with Buff Bagwell. See if we can find him again. Track.
Yeah, see how red Hulk's eyes are?
Waiting for your answer, Rip. Well, gentlemen, I think we just got our answer. Rip, refuse the challenge. Rip, back down from Zeus. Zeus, the undisputed champion of the world.
Oh, come on, Rip. Where's Buff Bagwell? See this scene right here, fucked his eyes all up.
He's blinking pretty good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, his eyes getting all that dirt and shit, but he's trying to keep an eye on Zeus because he could come back at any time, just jump right out of that helicopter.
Chopter. Anyway, what I was saying a minute ago was during the Monday Night Wars, Hulk Hogan did a TNT movie, Assault on Devil's Island or something like that. And on Raw, of course, JR can't help himself. And he's joking about, remember No Holds Barred? More like No Profit Allowed. Good stuff.
Well, crash fresh.
Oh, here's where we're about to see a attempted rape. Let's listen in.
Mr. Brown says it's party time.
Mr. Brell says it's party time.
And people bust your balls. I'd just play this for them.
No! Oh, no. You okay? I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is another one of those very realistic scenes here.
Watch what happens when they go. He's going to drive by a body of water, like a little lake or pond. A lady in the background is going to throw her dog into the water. You got to see it. By the way, that Rip 'em satin jacket is badass and Mance Warner needs it. This is so fucking corn.
Well, no, man, this shit has happened. I've seen this happen before. Yeah, me, you, Harley, and the tree. You meant Harley Race too.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the Hogan noise.
Actually, yeah. You gotta love those old town cars too.
Dude, watch in the background. I'm fixing to go by this body of water in a minute. Oh, he's got to go get her first, I guess.
And Hulk always liked his boots up higher than like normal and shit too.
You know, the first time I saw this,
that watch I had that very watch.
I wouldn't brag about that.
Why?
Sucks.
They were cool then.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were. Say they were.
I guess it's another scene. I missed it.
Oh, goddamn. You missed it.
Dude, the first time I saw this, I had no idea that was supposed to be like a rape scene. I'm 8, you know, what the fuck do I know? But then fast forward and I watch it again as an adult and I'm like, wait a minute. He was between her legs and her top was undone and her britches were coming down. He was trying to do business right there in the parking garage. And I didn't realize
it was just an accident.
You're marketing this to children. I love that all these kids are in this industrial area to watch a murder live on TV. Kill him.
Well, that's what people wanted on TV back at the time. They wanted more violence. It's for all this politically correct stuff. I'm trying to say correct, and I couldn't say it there 2 times. I said correct.
The movie has a 10% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes. There's 21 reviews there. One of the guys described it as tremendously crude, unapologetically manipulative, and aimed directly at easily entertained 13-year-old boys. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't understand that. What's the big deal? And I love that they know that this is Rip's little brother when he comes running up here in a second. Because they're going to bump right into him. He fall down. How dare you knock over Mr. Brill?
Brill. By the way, the guy at the Philadelphia Inquirer, Desmond Ryan, says, for months now, Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro have been sitting in their dens and nervously clutching their Oscars. They knew an unprecedented challenge was looming to their preeminent standing among American actors, the arrival of Hulk Hogan in his first starring role in a movie. Rumor had it, and No Holds Barred confirms, that a great man would do a love scene and even essay an emotional breakdown at the hospital bed of his crippled brother. There's no limit to what Hulk can do on stage and screen. After all, who's going to summon the nerve to tell him he can't? He may one day want to try Hamlet. I can see the billing now. He continues, but either way, people had a lot of fun at this, but hey, it made money. So how about fuck off?
Yeah, double fuck off. This was fucking major entertainment here. I like that the cop is taking a Rip's little brother and shit back to be eaten by the Zeus man.
Roger Ebert said, although Hogan's public image is often aimed at children, his first film, No Holds Barred, was surprisingly violent, sexist, and blood-soaked. Gene Siskel in Chicago said that No Holds Barred is utterly lacking in the campy quality of the World Wrestling Federation telecasts. Haters.
Bastards.
I still love this movie. It's the best wrestling movie ever made.
I like the Z on Zeus's head.
Did you cut it in yourself?
Helped.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. And they just got lazy and at the end just started filling it in with a Sharpie.
Yeah. That's cheap bullshit. We're better than that.
Yeah, no, it's just bullshit is right. What the fuck?
Say a few things about the man behind the character Zeus. You got to know him pretty well here for a year or so. And we just recently lost him.
Look, man, he was an actor, and he was a Hollywood guy that was probably more interested. Not probably, he was more interested in his movie career than he was anything else, and it showed. Wasn't really big on this, and was just doing it. So, but he was a nice guy, and I think that there was a part of him that looked at it and kind of thought a little bit that he should have been the guy at WrestleMania, and that may have been where it came from. That Tiny may have had a desire, thinking that, well, I can act my way through it, not understanding the physicality and the training that really comes with being able to pull off a match live in front of an audience.
Right.
So here's another one of my favorite scenes too. Is just where Hulkster just destroys the gym here and takes everything down. But it's got nice pictures of him. in the Big Z. Looks kind of like WWE gym with the WWEs all over the place.
It really does.
What?
I love this scene. It's so 80s. Let's track it.
Rip said the worms are too good for you. Gag on your rotten flesh.
Here's our jackleg Bruce Lee movie scene.
Yeah, that's straight from Enter the Dragon. That's the Hulkster got all of his arms all cut up from the last kick. Major storage.
I want it, bro.
Oh. Mr. Brell, it's a privilege to watch genius at work.
A privilege and a thrill.
Is that what it's like to watch Raw with Vince?
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. Yeah.
Brilliance. It's thrilled to see brilliance.
That takes the biggest dumbbell. Wow.
Hit it low, but it exploded everywhere. It's good stuff.
Because that's what happens.
I don't know. I've never exploded a neon light.
Oh, see, once you do, you'll understand. You got to do it first before you know how you need to interact it.
I love the canvas wasn't tied down. Just lay it there.
It was being prepared to be tied down, Conrad. You got to get it tight first and lay it all out. Uh-oh.
Who knew that he had this kind of talent too, to throw a barbell right in the hole?
Well,
I've seen Hogan go right in the hole like that before on video too.
Damn. If I were them, I'd be scared right now. Them damn network executives.
If I were them.
Oof, bastards. That kid had like a nasty gash in his head there, delivered only by the horrible monster Zeus. Yeah. When this for Hulkster to make himself cry, held a picture of his daughter Brooke in the palm of his hand.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I just, thought of her and just how lucky he was and all that shit, and to have a little girl and that got him in the moment to cry. That method acting. The real tears. You can't just do real tears on command.
Russ Papia wants to know, do you think Zeus is Hall of Fame worthy? He should certainly go in the Hollywood ring.
Yeah, I do. I definitely think that he is. And, look, man, he was a big part of everything we did. There's Steve Taylor again on the other side taking pictures, still photographer. There's Craig Leathers with the handheld again. I don't know none of these other people.
How about those turnbuckles? It's pretty snazzy.
Nice. Very nice.
Here's one from, Matt. Has Bruce ever referred to taking a whiz as bleeding the lizard?
Yeah, I can't say I have. I have, though, used the word, as I have told you before, tiny wangers. Tiny wangers.
Lots of folks want to know, Tyler, was No Holds Barred the inspiration for Raw Underground?
Sure. If it sounds good, why not?
Father Christmas wants to know, did Vince ever plan a sequel if the movie was successful? Was it ever discussed, a No Holds Barred 2?
And it would be just holds barred.
Some
holds barred.
Some holds barred. 2 holds barred. That's it.
Yeah. I like that better. Just 2 holds barred. And then you get to 3 holds barred.
Nick wants to know, if Bruce were to recast the movie with today's stars, who would be Rip?
John Cena.
Oh, yeah, of course. Captain Zach wants to know, what was Bruce and Conrad's favorite line in the movie, and why was it, "What's that smell, Dookie"? I don't know. You probably have a different one. Dookie's my favorite.
Dookie's your favorite. Tiny Wangers is my favorite. And it ain't even worth it. Tiny Wangers.
I love that "It ain't even worth it" is going to be part of the Vince lexicon moving forward.
Oh, goddamn right. It ain't even worth it. But see, here's the thing. Whenever I see Stan in this movie, all I think of is JBL.
Right.
Because John basically became
this character
in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's in real life, folks. That's not just the, Now, does he have a special handicap entrance?
By the way, I love that you guys have been using the winged eagle on white leather. And in this scene, it's randomly the Andre belt on white leather. And I think that's the one that wound up being at Planet Hollywood. I've always been obsessed with the belts, but yeah, that Vince donated a white, the Andre belt on white leather, not the one that we teased on the Snake Pit on black leather, but on white leather here. And it wound up being donated to Planet Hollywood.
I did not know this.
But the rest of the time, yeah, we see him with the white winged eagle, and you say, you know where that is.
I don't, but oh my God. He can't see or hear because he's turned the wrong way. And now they have captured Samantha. I bet you they're going to bring her up to make her watch this in the booking room here.
Jason wants to know, were there any other actors considered that you know of for the role of Zeus?
No, I don't know of any. I know that, we looked at, is there anybody in the wrestling business that could have fit that bill? And I don't know that we found that either. But Zeus definitely was good.
Nada wants to know, I've been waiting to ask this. It is ridiculous, but I have to ask, who the hell thought Stan Hansen in jogging pants and a belly shirt was a good look or intimidating?
Are you telling me you didn't think that was intimidating?
I didn't say that. He did.
Tiny Wanger. You know what I got? Who asked that question?
Oh, your man, Nada, Nada.
Hey, Nada. Tiny Wangers. It ain't even worth it. How many tiny wangers are you going to have on your thing?
I don't have any tiny wangers.
I don't know. You're not wearing no damn clothes.
Whoa, hang on now. You don't get
ain't getting your arms up when you're out there in the sun either. You need to get them arms up.
Buddy, it's Christmas Eve when we're recording this. There ain't no sun.
Tanning beds in there. Go in and get underneath your arms.
Nah, Megan won't let me get in a tanning bed. By the way, I've never been in a tanning bed, even though I have two. She's never used them either. I'm eventually going to trade them for something, I'm sure.
Well, send them up here.
Oh, that's what we should do. Trade me some wrestling memorabilia. I'll send you some tanning beds.
Okay.
Deal. We just made a deal.
All right.
I like this plan.
I'll send you.
No. You don't get to send me.
I'm going to send you this right here.
Why don't you send me that white winged eagle? You know where it is.
Send you tanning beds first.
No problem.
All right.
Tanning beds are on the way.
Find out what shipping is without having to take that sumbitch apart.
No, you don't have to do that. Hey, Clint, get the truck ready. You're going to drive a tanning bed. Clint from Hershey's going to drive a tanning bed.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah. He cannot stay.
No, I know that.
He needs to unload that sumbitch and then be gone.
He'd try to make you watch a bunch of Jinsei Shinzaki matches, and you don't want to do that.
Bless you.
What's wrong with you?
A lot. Too much to fucking talk about on a month's worth of cast pods.
Cast pods.
Yeah. WTN. There he is, folks. Rip. I love how everybody's in their fucking evening gowns and fucking tuxedos for this. There he is with the goddamn foil on his shoes there. That's what we ended up replacing it with.
Foil?
Foil tape.
Like old Blaze Foley, the duct tape messiah. I love that vest. We need one of those.
That?
Yeah, that big Zeus vest.
Yeah, I don't think it exists anymore.
It was a piece of shit, you said, right? It just disintegrated?
It was a complete piece of shit. everything that Zeus is wearing there was a complete piece of shit.
Because it's just for one use movie stuff, not like ring use over and over.
Exactly. Yeah. The belt was terrible. The wristbands were terrible. The boots were terrible. The trunks or the tights that he had on there were terrible. Had to get everything redone.
Well,
he thought it was just like the movie. Ooh, knee right in the wee. In the wanger.
And in his thermos wanger.
Uh-oh.
Oh, bitch slapped him with the belt. I forgot about that.
He did just bitch slap him with the damn Bizzell. Did choking him with his damn Rip'em shirt. I like it. Shit. It's kind of like a Rip'em shirt. I think they ripped me off. See what I did there? I said Rip'em and then rip me off. Because it's rip that I ripped off. No? Okay. Never mind. And is this a 6-sided ring here?
Yeah, y'all created that too. Y'all are the innovators.
Yes, we are. And then Tina copied it.
Whereas you guys are known as Wee.
Yeah. At least we are.
How would you pronounce that other show on Wednesday?
Next.
Don't say next. The other. How would you pronounce? I don't even know how you do that. Oh.
Yeah, is about right. See, look at that thumb that just dug right fucking goddamn Ripster's throat.
What about James Brown?
Oh, about getting ready to get himself a James Brown here in a little bit. Come on, Jones, sneak out. She's got to get out. She's got to escape because Rip's not going to be able to make his comeback until he sees her. And what's with the clock? Help me understand this clock thing.
Well, they're on TV, see?
Yeah, but I think Hulk's looking at it as a countdown or whatever.
Maybe at a certain time they kill his brother. I don't know.
But his brother's in there. His brother's there.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they kill her. Ooh, I like that he has Gandhi in under glass on his way there.
Oh, I'm sure the deal was he was supposed to go down after a certain number of minutes.
Not Ripster. No fucking way, man. Ripster don't do no JOB.
Rowan Bowski wants to know, did you ever use the term jockass on anyone in real life?
Who did that? Who said jockass?
Brell in the movie called Rip a jockass. Did you ever use it?
Never in a million years.
You ever heard Vince say that?
Never in a million years. That sounds like a Canadian term. Not that it's a bad thing. It's just, I think it's Canadian.
I've never heard this, but Josh tweets us. Hulk said after the movie was pitched, let me start over. Josh writes, Hulk said that after this movie, there's not a comma, but there should be. He pitched turning heel and becoming Hollywood Hogan to feud with Warrior. Is this true or another Terry tall tale? I never heard that at all.
I never heard that ever. Yeah. Now, there were different times that Hulk did talk about turning heel. Yes. But no, I'd never heard the Hollywood Hogan thing until he actually became Hollywood Hogan years later.
Mark wants to know, was there ever any thought into using Kurt Fuller or any of the other actors from the movie to help build up the match?
So I used Kurt Fuller at the premiere.
Right.
That we did in Stanford, which was insane. Vince put me in charge of, you're going to basically do the world premiere for No Holds Barred. I'm 25 years old. I've never done a world premiere movie in my life. Never been to one. Don't know what it's supposed to be. And put together this big, huge showing of the world premiere where we had Kurt Fuller and Hulkster and not Zeus, but Kurt Fuller was in character the whole time as Brell. And he came out and cut promos on little kids coming out of the movie and shit. And it was fun, man. We did the world premiere so that we could have opening weekend people talking about, oh, I saw Hulk Hogan and No Holds Barred. It was great. All that kind of shit. I did all that. That was fun. But I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. And Kurt Fuller was awesome because he stayed in character the entire time. And you really never had to tell. You didn't have to tell him. He got it immediately. So now Zeus is just, he's going to break that damn ring post because he's just that strong. Look at that. Look at the strength of that son of a bitch. I hope Hulk doesn't take that and throw it up there into the booth. Please move, Ripster.
Remember when y'all had Berserker throw the sword down on the ring? Sort of the same thing.
No, it's not.
It's just being a smart ass. I love that the post collapse though. This looks like every time you guys used to explode the ring with Big Show and Brock or whatever.
That's because that's what happens. Actually, the ring didn't explode yet. It was just the ropes down. But see, he can't get the full grip on there. He can't get the full grip to snap the fucking head. And once Hulkster sees that Samantha's there, everything's okay. Bro, you son of a bitch, you. Yeah. Fix is in there. Is that Charles Robinson refereeing?
Well, if it is, he's going to have great hair.
Charles doesn't have that good of hair anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love you have foil on the boots. You're exactly right.
Yeah. But see, now Hulkster sees that she's safe and his little baby brother's safe and he's crying. So now, by God, that pinky moves, he knows he can do the rip 'em sign and all is right with the world.
And then he kicks his trainer and misses by a fucking country mile.
Right in the fucking head. No. It's just wrong.
Time to go home, brother.
Yeah. They needed me running gorilla on this night. Get my fuck out of the ring. But yeah. And notice how Zeus's belt has gotten tinier behind him as the match has gone on.
No, I thought it was just moving around.
Look at originally he had the big fucking weight belt. And it was nice and wide and stuff. And then it had the big Z on it. Now then it's, for this match, he's got the skinnier, little shittier belt. You're a belt guy. I'm surprised you didn't see that. No? Am I wrong again? Brother, he's going to rip up now. Rip 'em, rip 'em, rip 'em, rip 'em. And here comes the broken nose, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, turn around, you son of a bitch. Turn around. Yeah. What you gonna do, brother? Yeah.
Might as well track it. He's hulking up or ripping up.
Yeah, they actually use when Hulk hits the last punch in the face. I think that's the final thing that broke his nose. And you always got to use the real one in the movies.
What were you saying he did about breaking his nose? Say that again.
I think the last punch in the face is the one that broke the nose. The straight on one. I always thought it was the last one, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Then somebody corrected me and told me I was just incorrect, that I was actually right. No? Okay.
No.
There we go. These. Yeah, that last punch was the one that got him.
He's teetering. The double axe handle. Oh, the dreaded double axe handle.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah, we tried that for a while. About like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of the double axe handle after the movie for Hulk's new finish.
Didn't catch on.
Not for shit. They wanted the leg drop, buddy. They wanted to come back in the leg drop. Don't fuck with what works.
Right. Oh, he fell out of the
What?
I forgot he fell out of the wheelchair.
Oh yeah, it gets booted too, and the girlfriend gets shoved. People clamoring. But Hulkster's not going to go for it, by God. Yeah, threw that guy right into him. Yeah, this is...
Kill him, you dumb son of a bitch. I love we're hoping for murder on live TV now. That's where we are.
Dude, haven't we seen just every incarnation of this type of movie, though? From, Stone Cold's movie to the Running Man to everything else. It's all from this. Of course, Running Man was before this, I think. I don't know. Uh-oh. Zeus grunting, but look behind you. Yeah. Zeus, I don't know what the fuck he's looking at, man, if he can't look behind him, because by God, he's fucked now. And if I was Hulk, I'd fucking do just what he did there, ram that leg right there on the fucking edge of the stage. Is this a Falls Count Anywhere match?
It is now.
Oh, okay. I love they have network difficulty. Now, Kurt Fuller's doing a Bret Hart destroying all the equipment. Now, this punch coming up, one where it's straight on, and you'll see Tiny grab his fucking nose on the way back. It's coming here. It's coming. Here we go.
I'm watching.
We're coming. We're gonna get there. Get that chin up. Bam. See him hold his nose? Yeah, the one where old Tiny goes up and grabs his nose. That was the one that broke his nose.
Here comes the big bump.
Big bump. Right through the ring.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's why I'm gonna look at my Christmas leftovers.
Don't you dare double axe handle that fucking window.
Even better. He was throwing chairs before chairs were popular.
Yeah, and the window broke before the chair hit it.
Hey. Kizabe Fizabe.
This is bullshit. I hope he doesn't get electrocuted. Oh, god damn. This is the greatest movie I've ever seen in my life.
It is a cinematic masterpiece, and all these people who are shitting on it don't know fucking real entertainment when they see it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is more reality TV movie making wrestling. Is that Howard down there cheering people on? No, that's an aged Howard Finkel down there, I think. That guy, that's what Howard looked like many years later when he had his goatee and all that shit. That guy right there. Oh, well.
How about these ladies' hairdos here?
Very nice. Very 80s.
There you go. That's the closing scene. It's not even the same scene, but it's from the first scene, and there it is. What'd you think, Brucey?
Well, I have one more thing to blame you for.
What, that I made you watch this on Christmas?
Yes.
Let's see if we see any names here in the credits that you recognize.
I recognize them all.
Okay. Tell me about Marion Guyot.
You tell me.
What about Bill Fleet?
Oh, Bill. Edward Reynolds. Yeah, great guy.
Check that out. Joe LeDuc, Stan Hansen, Pete Doherty, Jeep Swenson, Michael Scott, Giant Gustav,
Amelia McQueen. Oh, Giant Gustav.
Look at there. Judo Gene LaBelle was in this as a stunt guy.
Yeah.
Judo Gene.
Yeah. I learned something new every day. I didn't know LaBelle was in this.
Well, boys and girls, we've talked about this for a long time. I actually got some tweets. Why are you talking about No Holds Barred? You already did on No Holds Barred. It was episode 29. Ah! We did it because it's Christmas, guys, and we've been asking you the same question for 4 years.
Yeah. And now we did it. And will we ever be forgiven?
What was the question, Bruce?
Will we ever be forgiven?
That's not the question, Bruce.
Oh, why have a Merry Christmas when you can have a No Holds Barred Christmas?
But don't worry. We're back to your regular scheduled programming next week. I'm excited to be covering all things WWE here with Bruce. We've been getting lots of questions. When are you going to do Kevin Nash part 2? We are going to do it. It's coming your way. We've got a big schedule planned out for 2021, but we wanted to finish this year with a no holds barred Christmas. It's been a heck of a year for everybody. It's been a very challenging year for most of us. Unique circumstances, to say the least. I don't think wrestling fans will ever forget this year. I know you won't, Bruce. But I'm glad that we got to go out on a high note with a no holds barred Christmas, and I'm excited for what 2021 holds.
As am I, and I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and thank you guys for making 2020 the best that it possibly could be. And I hope that your 2021 is much, much better. But most importantly, thank you, and I love all of you. Merry Christmas.
Stay tuned, boys and girls. We'll be back next week with another, I guess it'll be next year now. This is our last Something to Wrestle of the year. We'll see you next year, right here on Something to Wrestle with Bruce Prichard.
Merry Christmas.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.